Thomas Fuller was absolutely right nung sinabi po niyang charity begins at home. Pero hindi po dapat nagwawakas dyan. Pag sinabing charity begins at home, then it should never end in the home alone. Good evening po and welcome to another episode of Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy.
Hansel Killing here, your CDRRMO head. We are honored to have our special guest for tonight, a great businessman and an epitome of generosity.
Welcome to Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy. We have with us Mr. William Ko, President ng Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Good evening, Mayor and Hansel. Thank you for inviting me. It's a great honor for me to be here with you tonight. At magandang gabi po sa mga manonood ng Talakayan sa Tarlac with Mayor Cristy Angeles.
Pareho pa tayo ng damit, sir.
Terno. Teka muna, pwede ba ako magtanong, Sir Hansel? Anong restaurant ka? Anong resto bar naman si Sir William?
Yan nga po. Dahil business po ata ang pag-uusapan natin, parang talagang nagsako-sako na. Opo. Welcome, Sir William. Actually, we are grateful that you have us for today. Maraming salamat po. Pinagbigyan niyo po kami. Alam po, napaka-busy niyo po ngayon. Lalo na nagbukas na po yung ekonomiya after pandemic, di po ba?
Alam mo, Sir Hansel, Mr. Ko was actually born and raised in Tarlac.
Talaga?
Sir William, how was it growing up dito sa Tarlac City?
Sa Tarlac, I started napansin ko na ng Tarlac. Dati nung unang panahon, ang center of commerce ng Tarlac is not Eftaniedo.
Oh.
It's Matatalaib.
Oo, tama.
Talaga?
Yes.
Matatalaib.
True.
Kasi nandun yung PNR. Nandun
Tama.
yung dumadaan yung mga goods, yung mga tao,
Yes.
yung dumadaan niya sa
PNR.
PNR din sa Matatalaib. Doon na center dati.
Sentro, yeah.
Dati yung father ko, business nila nandun sa Matatalaib, wala pa sila sa Eftaniedo. It was yung Matatalaib.
Okay.
Tinigil sa akin eh.
Pero ito ha, singit ko lang personally, no, a little side story about Matatalaib. Ang mother ko grew up in Matatalaib. Nung maliliit pa kami, lagi niyang kinukwento sa amin, did you know na ang sentro ng negosyo sa estasyon ng tren ng Matatalaib?
Yes.
And my mother would sell sampagita flowers sa umaga at pag-uwi niya sa school. Pumapasok si mami ko sa Bato Elementary School. So in the morning before she goes to class, magtitinda yan ng sampagita doon. Pag-uwi niya sa hapon, same na naman, babalik yan sa istasyon ng tren para maglako ng sampagita. Kaya Saturday, Sunday, nandun din siya sa istasyon ng tren, nagtitinda ng sampagita. That was when also my uncle, kasabayang lumaki ni Mami, shoe shine boy naman siya doon. Kasi ang dating ng mga US forces, mga army, di ba naka-boots silang black, madalas doon umuupo, tumatambay doon, nagbabasa ng dyaryo, may mga barberong nanggugupit, nag-shoe shine boy naman yung uncle ko. Kaya talaga basically, buong province, ang Matatalaib, ang sentro ng commerce natin during those time.
Tsaka ang mode of transportation dati, marami sa Tarlac, Kalesa.
Oh, yes. Oo,
Kalesa.
yun
Kalesa.
talaga. Oo,
Yes.
Hey,
Kalesa.
Sir William, nung bata po kayo dito sa Tarlac, may nagtinda rin po ba kayo? Mayroon po ba kayong
Negosyo.
unong negosyo nung panahon na yun?
Dati, it was New World Grocery dati. My
grocery.
father was very strict.
Oh.
Pero I thank him for that.
Yeah.
I was molded for his kan eh. Hindi siya strict, wala ngayon sa araw nito ngayon.
Talaga.
Yeah.
Disiplina,
Yeah,
no?
very disciplined talaga. I go to school from Monday to Saturday, half day. Sunday, bawal mo ng TV. You have to help in the store.
Yeah. Oo.
Yes.
Mandatory yan sa
Mandatory yan.
Chinese family. Tutulong sa negosyo.
Walang lakwatsa, wala.
So habang nag-aaral po kayo, nagtitinda rin po pala kayo? Sir
Yes,
William?
Yes.
Okay. Ngayon, sa pang aspiring entrepreneurs, dahil nga kayo, successful po kayo dito sa inyong businesses, ano pong, paano niyo po sinimulan yung grocery? From grocery lang po ba kayo nagsimula? Or
Yeah, from grocery lang.
tapos, after, meron pa po bang sumunod? Mga businesses na tinayo ng families?
Ayun lang, isa lang.
Nangarap po ba kayo ng iba pang
Ayun lang.
businesses?
Meron isa nga, may advice sa mga gusto mag-start up ng business. For the first year, pag may profit ka, you have to set aside your profit. Mga 80%, ang gastusin mo lang is 20%. You have to, hintay, antabayan naman inflation. Let's say you bought this piece for 100 pesos, you sold it for 110. May profit kang 10 pesos, di maging 110 na punan mo. Pero yung mga iba, ang kamali nila, yung 10 gastusin nila. Or worse, buo 110 gastusin nila.
Yeah.
Kasi let's say, 110 kumita ka, ginastos mo yung 10%. 100, natira mo yung kapangkuan, mga 109. Kasi madalas yung inflation, anticipate inflation, 10 to 20%. Let's say, yung binili mo 100 pesos ngayon, after 1 year, inflation, naging 120. You have to add capital. Imbes na kumita ka, nalugi ka doon eh. Kasi yung capital mo umurong. Yan ang karamihan kamali ng mga Filipino entrepreneur. Pag kumita,
Lahat.
lahat gastos.
Gastos lahat.
Oo.
Pero dapat nagtitira.
Dapat nagtatabi.
Tatabi ka for inflation.
Ito yung sinasabi nila, Sir William, na pag kumita ka ng piso, itabi mo ang 10% or 10 centimo pang personal. At ibabalik mo uli sa puhunan ng negosyo
Para may
yung
growth.
natitira.
Para may growth for emergency situations.
Ayun.
Yun ang kunin eh.
Basic po ba yan on business principles? Yung magtabi ka para sa next
basic
round?
yun, business
Pinaka-basic
principle.
yan.
Oo.
So, sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs like yourself, sir, ang gusto nyong i-share ay pinaka-basics na magtabi para malagay sa kapital. Tama
Tsaka
ba?
importante yung number 1 is trustworthiness.
Trustworthiness. Yan, ang pag-usapan po natin.
Pagtitiwala ng mga supplier.
Oo.
My father started this business without a single centavo.
Wow.
O, paano nag-start?
Anong
Ang galing.
nag-grow ang isa?
Yung mga friends niya sa Manila,
Okay. Tiwala.
tiwala.
Pinautang po siya ganun.
Inautang siya.
Talaga?
Oo. Inautang siya ng mga kuwan. Kasi dati, in 1960s, New World Grocery was so factory. Din.
Okay.
Ngayon, when he bought his raw materials sa Manila, sabi niya, yung pala yung kaibigan niyang kuwan, importer ng raw materials, sabi niya, pare kanya, merong price increase kami ng raw materials kanya. But my father said, what I have no money to buy. Stock. Don't worry kanya, kunin mo lang kanya. Pay me when able.
Oh, galing ha. Pay when able.
Ganun dati ang kuwan business, ang kalakaran ng business at science community dati, that was in 1960s, 70s, ganun. Pautangin ka, you can pay.
Yun yung tiwala, no, na
tiwala,
sinasabi.
importante.
Because you are trustworthy.
Yeah.
Alam nilang magbabayad ka.
Oo.
Yun yung mga time nung araw na madaling magtiwala sa kapwa. Because alam nila, wala pang mga scammers at manluloko.
Wala.
Pag sinabi mo, ibibigay mo. Pag nagbigay ka ng pangako, gagawin mo. Parang ganon. Well, that's very inspiring. We will take a short break. When we come back, let's get to know more about the mission and commitment of the Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The relentless efforts of Mayor Cristy Angeles and our officials resulted to a successful foreign relations of the city government of Tarlac with 4 cities in China. On July 1 at Xiamen City, China, the Tarlac city delegates were warmly welcomed by the chairwoman of the China Mencius Culture Promotion Center, Meng Xiaohong. She belongs to the 75th generation of descendants of the great Chinese philosopher Mencius. After a fruitful meeting with the representatives of Xiamen Municipal People's Government, Mayor Cristy was able to establish cultural and educational ties with Xiamen. Both parties agreed to constantly communicate for the planned visit of the officials of the Cultural Center in December this year. The event culminated with a sumptuous lunch prepared by the host, with cultural presentations by the Xiamen City Artist Group and the Mencius School. On the same day, after a 2-hour air travel from Xiamen to Xi'an City, the team was welcomed by Chairman Wang Hongwei of the Xi'an Federation of Returned Overseas Chinese. On July 2, the Xi'an City Federation of Returned Overseas Chinese led the delegates to the Wudang Mountains. Residents there are renowned for the practice of Tai Chi and Taoism. The visit to the famous mountain was purposefully included by the Xi'an City government in the itinerary of the Tarlac City delegates to establish religious and cultural ties between the two cities. On July 3, the official visit was early commenced by plant visitations for the possibility of adopting the technology being used and manufactured in Xi'an City. An e-vehicle plant was visited by the team, which was an opportunity to explore since the use of eco-friendly vehicles is one of the prospective projects of Tarlac City. The team of Mayor Cristy also had a site tour Xi'an Optimum Nano Energy Company Limited, an agricultural machinery plant, and an electrical mini vehicle plant. The tour was concluded by a meeting where Mayor Cristy expressed her gratitude for the warm welcome and further convinced them to consider Tarlac City as their plant site. That early evening, the meeting of Mayor Cristy and Xi'an City Mayor Chen Xinwu was covered by a Chinese local television network. The meeting was successful in achieving the purpose of creating mutual economic, industrial, and trade benefits. The friendship between the two cities was marked by the toasts made by the two leaders during the dinner hosted by the Xi'an Municipal People's Government. Day 5 was spent by visiting factories in different industrial sites. While on tour, Mayor Cristy invited investors to put up a plant in Tarlac City, which will generate jobs for Tarlaceños. That evening, Mayor Cristy was introduced to the Zhaozhuang City Vice Mayor, Zhao Zhongan. The educational, cultural, economic, and product exchange between the two cities were finalized by the signing of a sisterhood agreement in accordance with the principles of equality and mutual benefit, which will promote common prosperity and development in both cities. The second day in Zhaozhuang was a continuation of the tour of plants such as the Shandong Haiti Electronic Group, Ruiyu Battery Company Limited, and Sayang Rubber Industry Company Limited in Tengzhou City. The team then ended their official trip with a last visit at Bai Tire Manufacturing Company. The Zhaozhuang City Federation of Returned Overseas Chinese, led by their chairwoman Wang Yuru, organized a send-off party for the Tarlac City delegates who were off to Shanghai, which will serve as the connecting point back to the Philippines. The China trip of City Mayor Cristy Angeles with Vice Mayor Aro Mendoza and several other officials. Congratulations, Mayor Cristy. Congratulations, Tarlac City.
We are back here at Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy. Here with us, of course, our guest and honored, we're honored with his presence is Mr. William Ko, President of the Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Ko, please tell us more about what your organization is all about. Ano ba ito? Ano bang nagagawa ninyo for Tarlac City?
The Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated is an umbrella federation of over 150 Filipino-Chinese chambers, including Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry. According to FCCCII website, it all started March 1954, inspired by the late President Ramon Magsaysay. He met with the leaders of the local Chinese community and appealed to them to organize a more compact association that could render greater support to his government and further strengthen the existing ties of friendship between the Filipinos and the Chinese in the Philippines. The unprecedented appeal of the idol of the masses pushed leaders of the existing Chinese commerce and trade associations to convene the Chinese Chambers of Commerce in the Philippines in March 1954, with UK Tai as founding president. The organization was renamed twice. First, the Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, as it was more reflective of the citizenship of its actual members, and then to what it is now, FCCCII, as it is broadened range of participation in the national economy.
Okay. Oh, masyadong
long
specific
way.
yun, Sir William.
Very long history pala,
Oo
no,
nga
Sir
pala.
Hansel?
Ay, mga ganun.
Okay.
Sir William, how about your organizations here in Tarlac City alone? Meron po ba? Can you
meron.
tell us about that?
We conduct annual medical missions. In 1 year, mga twice eh.
Talaga?
Isa sa provincial level, isa sa city.
Okay. Okay.
Tapos meron pa yung we established the Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Volunteer Fire Brigade.
Kayo po yun.
Sila
ang
yun.
organized talaga is Tarlac Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce. And we have a new building,
Oo nga po, ang ganda nga po.
mabanggang building.
Nakakapag-donate din nga sila. Yung mga gamit ng fire brigade natin.
Tama po, opo.
Galing din
Opo,
sa
opo.
kanila.
Tapos kompleto pa yung mga tools namin doon.
Kaya nga ho, kaya nga.
Kompleto. Tapos pag may fire pa siya, mabilis sila ron, mabilis. May response 24 hours ng operator.
Yes. Agad-agad.
Provincial level ang operations po ng fire brigade o city
provincial
lang?
level.
Provincial level.
provincial
Talagang
level.
tatakbo
Ganon
po kayo
kalaki,
ng San Manuel.
Ganon ka-wide,
San Clemente, if ever.
Nabuo siya with the generosity and contribution of the Filipino Chinese community. Kaya nabuo yung building, tsaka yung mga fire trucks.
Yan naman, Sir Hansel,
Opo,
Sir
ma'am.
William, ang sinasabi ko, sharing is caring. Yan ang meron, puso na nanggagaling sa inyong grupo, sa inyong Tarlac Chinese Chamber of Commerce, lalo na ngayong panahon ng pandemya. We are so blessed because TFCCI is one of our very good Samaritans here in Tarlac City. Kaya nakakaraos tayo, gumagaan ng load ng isang mga public servant katulad namin. It's because of people like you, grupo ng TFCI ninyo na tumutulong sa lungsod ng Tarlac. Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy will be back for more details after these few reminders.
Sa patuloy na banta ng COVID-19 sa kalusugan at kaligtasan ng mga residente ng syudad, pinaigting ng pamahalaang lungsod ng Tarlac sa pangunguna ni Mayor Cristy Angeles ang pagpapatupad ng mga minimum public health standards sa pamamagitan ng pagsasagawa ng inspection sa mga sakop na negosyo upang matukoy ang mga gusali o establishments na karapat-dapat na mabigyan ng safety seal sticker bilang kanilang mahalagang kontribusyon sa paglaban sa COVID-19. Isinagawa ang inspection sa ilang mga establishments sa lungsod upang masiguro na magiging ligtas ang bawat residente ng syudad na pupunta at mamamalagi sa nasabing establishments. Masusing siniyasat ang pagsunod ng mga ito sa mga health and safety protocols tulad ng pagkakaroon ng temperature or thermal scanner, hand washing stations, social distancing, proper wearing of face mask and face shield, contact tracing tool, proper ventilation at disinfection. Pinapayuhan naman ng lahat na makiisa sa adhikain ng pamahalaan na maprotektahan at masiguro ang kaligtasan ng bawat isa at bawat pamilya sa lungsod kontra COVID-19. Hanapin ang safety seal sticker sa inyong pupuntahang gusali o establishment. Ang safety seal ay tanda ng isang establishment na sumusunod sa minimum public health standard ng gobyerno upang maiwasan ang pagkalat ng COVID-19.
It is Tarlac City's honor and pride to have forged a good relationship with our Chinese brothers and sisters in the city of Shaoxuan.
We convey our warmest welcome to the officials and members of the delegation of Shaoxuan City in their visit to our place. We are very happy that our trip to Shaoxuan City last July has been fruitful for both our cities as well as our nations.
为两地发展锦上添花，造福两地人民。
我们希望我们两国的友谊源远流长，经常来往，更加有益。
枣庄市山丘连绵，达拉市环河而聚，愿我们两地山盟海誓，永结同心，友谊常在，绿树常青。
Indeed, friendship is the best starting point for a mutually beneficial relationship between our cities.
但愿我们两市能够在以后的交往中加深友谊。
It is with great belief that the sincerity of our friendship will further strengthen the relationship between the Tarlac City and Zauzwang City for many years to come. Cheers! Mabuhay!
干杯！
Kampe!
We look forward to an enduring and fruitful relationship with you. Thank you very much, Sheshe. Magkaisa po tayo, bawat oras sama-sama.
It's so much harder now to reach you. Your heart is floating in the sky. We known each other for so long. We know our love like an old song. Sing along one more time. It's so much harder now to please you. Your smile is fading with the rain. And we known each other for so long, and I know you struggle to stay strong. Sing along with me again. When storms are rolling in to make this hard to last, let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. If we start remembering bad memories of the past, let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Oh. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up.
愿我们两地能结出丰硕的成果。
It's so much harder now to reach you. Your heart is floating in the
For another visit here in the Philippines.
对这一次在菲律宾其他城市的
And for us, and for us to visit, yung Southwang, hopefully,
上一次我们也来到了枣庄，
and stronger friendship and economic ties.
现在我们有了很强的经济上和合作上的联系。
But above all, memories we will never forget because of the visit here.
他说这段时间我一定不会忘记，因为你们来到我这边。
Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. When storms are rolling in to make this hard to last, let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up. If we start remembering bad memories of the past, let us light 'em up, light 'em up. Let us light 'em up, light 'em up.
We are back for more here in Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy. FCCCI is one of the organizations who supported the city government of Tarlac's prevention and control efforts against COVID-19.
Okay. Sir Hensel, it's TFCCCI.
Daming
Okay,
si ma'am.
tatlong C. Parang
Nakakabulol.
tatlong C agad, ha?
Talaga yan.
Klase.
Sir Hensel, you are absolutely right. On April 18, 2020, a month after President Duterte declared the state of public health emergency throughout the Philippines, they have donated 6,000 masks,
Dami.
50 goggles, and 300 gloves to the city government. During this time, I still remember the high demand and outrageous prices
Tama.
for these essential items.
The generosity never ends, Mayor. Ang dami rin pong dinonate ang grupo ni Sir William. Ito, isa-isahin ko na. Noong March 31, nagbigay po sila ng 88 boxes ng cup noodles. Noong March 20, 200, dinagdagan pa nila ng noodles ulit at parang 60 pieces per box po yan. Noong May 6, nagbibigay na po sila ng mga snacks, lunch sa mga barangay frontliners. Tapos binigyan pa po nila ng 19,000 tons na bigas. Tapos sometime in June 2020, nagbigay rin po ang grupo ni Sir William ng mattresses with cover, electric fan na ginamit dito sa unang-unang quarantine facility ng Tarlac City dito sa Tarlac West Central School. Napakarami po niyan, Sir William. Thank you so much po.
You're welcome. That is one way of showing our appreciation sa mga taga-Tarlac na kuwan. Parang ibalik lang ang kuwan.
Balik lang po kung ano po yung naitatama sa po, no?
Yes.
Blessing.
Yes.
Blessings.
Salamat.
Share our blessings.
Salamat.
Parang share our blessings, ganun.
Salamat
Sa oras
po,
na pangangailangan.
You know, Sir Hensel, Sir William, we salute the services given by the TFCCCI through Tarlac Filipino Chinese Volunteers Fire Brigade. So another kwan na naman to, aspect na nakakatulong kayo sa amin
Tumulong ulit. Opo.
dito sa ating lungsod. And of course, nakatulungan nyo rin kami sa disinfection natin all over the city during that time na wala pa tayong disinfection
Tama po,
truck
tama po.
for the city.
Opo.
Kayo yung kauna-unang nag-offer sa amin ng truck to do disinfection. And for that, we are truly appreciative.
Marami po naka-appreciate nun. Kasi on the field itself, Sir William, yung mga tao talaga magpapasalamat talaga sa kanila pag nagkaroon ng disinfection sa lugar. Maraming pong salamat po doon.
That is one of the commitments of the fire brigade. They go to no one dare to go, parang ganun eh.
Tama.
Pati mga delikado.
Oo.
Tapos yung mga gamot na ginagamit nila, donation ng mga mga officers ng members ng Chinese Chamber.
Sa sarili.
Talaga love sarili nyo lahat, no?
Oh,
Talaga
yes.
pag naghumingi ng request tayo ng mga barangay noon,
Yeah.
talagang hindi
Kasi at the time, I remember, there was already a need to do disinfection.
Tama po.
And Tarlac City was not yet that prepared and ready. So that was when we started to procure our own disinfection truck. Pero kayo po yung nag-spearhead. Sinundan na lang natin ang ating sariling disinfection. You know, this is amazing. Dito mo makikita yung tulungan eh. Kung anong kakulangan ng city, nandyan kayo to fill it up. At kung ano naman ang meron ninyo, meron namin, na pagtutulungan natin para i-address ang pangangailangan ng taong bayan. Your organization brought a lot of services for our people. Last year, FFCCCI, in cooperation with Tarlac Filipino Chinese Chamber of Commerce, have brought their Libreng Consulta project to Tarlac City. Ano po ba ito, Sir William?
Bali, yun yung annual na parang medical mission.
Annual, every year yan.
Every
Sir
year
William,
meron.
ah.
Every year meron yan. Every year. Padala kayo mga doctor, nurses, meron siyang free medical check-up, may gamot, pati dental extraction kasama na.
So, hindi lang ito sa city, buong province
Buong
ito.
province. Bali, isang province, isang city.
Okay.
Twice. Bali, last year kasi, yung sa province na-perform sila sa Cam O'Donnell.
Okay.
Doon na ginawa. Tapos yung dapat ang schedule ng city is May.
Okay.
Kaso na pandemic tayo.
Oo, okay.
Yung mga doktor busy sa Manila. Ang ginawa nilang, yung mga gamot, pinadala sa Tarlac. Pero kinonvert nila yung mga gamot, tinanong nila ano yung mas kailangan ng gamot sa Tarlac.
Oo.
Pinapadala nila.
Oo.
Kaya nirequest sila mga gamot for diabetes, hypertension, mga pang-cardio, ganun pinadala.
Ito yung mga pinamimigay din natin noon at that time. Pag namimigay tayo ng mga food pack, namimigay tayo ng mga goods, may kasamang gamot. Yun yung galing sa inyo. Oo.
Sir William, matanong ko lang ang daming talagang binigay eh. Paano niyo po natutustusan yun?
Alin?
Yung mga gamot, yung bigas, yung
Pangangailangan.
lunch.
Mga
yung
pinamimigay.
frontliners.
Mga kwan
Ay,
na.
sariling bulsa niyo ho yan?
Yes.
Talaga ho?
Oo.
Nag-chip in
Chip
kayo?
in kami, oh. Kasi
Lahat-
iba kinukuha namin sa head office sa Manila. Yung iba sa head office
Pero
sa
siyempre,
Manila.
yung mga yun, chip in din.
Chip in din. Puro lahat chip in.
Puro
Lahat
chip in.
chip
Puro chip
in.
in, oo.
Wow. Walang common fund na katulad ng nagfa-fundraising tayo kasi yung kikitain natin dito, ibibili natin ng gamot na idodonate sa ganito. Walang ganon.
Wala.
Basta lapag lang ng lapag.
Labas. Parang, kumbaga sa dito lapid.
Parang dito lapid, bunot.
Lagi bunot.
Bunot ng
Dito
bunot.
lapid, bunot.
sobrang man po yan. That's very thoughtful, sir. Sobra na po yan.
yes.
We are amazed with all the help of your organization have been extending to our fellow Tarlaceños. Sobrang dami po nun, ha? Up next, let's find out the upcoming projects of TFCCI and the announcement of winners for our raffle. Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy. We'll be right back.
Hindi nagpapabaya at patuloy ang pagpapaiting ni Mayor Cristy Angeles sa pag-monitor at pagpapatupad ng mga preventive measures, partikular sa mga food establishments sa lungsod. Sa bili ni Mayor Cristy, sinadya ng Environmental Health and Sanitation Unit ng City Health Office ang mga food establishments upang masiguro na nasusunod ang mga health standards.
Kung papansin niyo po, pagpasok pa lang po talaga, so dumadaan po tayo sa temperature scanning. Kahit nag-temperature scanning na tayo sa entrance, they need to fill up yung mga contact tracing just to feel them na at least kung in case na so alam namin kung sino yung mga pumapasok. And then of course, nagsasanitize muna sila ng hands nila, ng alcohol, and then may food pantry tayo.
First in pa lang po nila dito sa McDonald's, nagdi-daily health check na sila, including po lahat ng mga customers na pumapasok sa amin.
Sa kabila ng malaking hamong hatid ng pandemya, nagpapasalamat pa rin ang mga business establishments sa suporta ni Mayor Cristy.
We appreciate our city mayor so much kasi talaga very supportive sila sa mga establishments, lalo na po sa mall operations natin.
Para sa kapakanan ng publiko, lagi ring nakaantabay si Mayor Cristy at nagpapaalala na tumalima sa mga itinakdang guidelines.
Ang focus po natin ngayon is the health and safety of every Tarlaceño living in Tarlac City. You are still watching Tarlac City, Talakayan with Mayor Cristy. Sir William, what is the organization looking forward to in the next coming years? Ano po bang mga plano ninyo sa inyong organization?
Lalo na po ngayong pandemya, paparin po tayo. May plano po ba ang FCCCCI?
CCCI?
Right now, meron kami mga project na kuha in construction of 2-room bari school buildings.
Nag-construction na rin kayo, sir. Grabe.
Yung mga kuha, mga donation din, mga donation.
Donation, okay.
Donation, mga 2-room bari school buildings. May ginagawa na mga para pag hopefully, by next year, wala ng pandemic, you can face-to-face school education na. Nakaready na mga school building.
Oo, ready. By that time.
Buti school building pa ang napili niyo.
Mga Tudor. Nilagay sa mga baryo, mga liblib na baryo.
Ano, palagi po ba yan, yung school buildings? Or dahil...
Palagi yun. Kasi so
palagi.
far from the establishment of Federation Chinese Chamber hanggang ngayon, nakadonate na ang concession namin ng nasa 5,000 school buildings na.
Buong province yan.
Buong Philippines.
Buong Philippines.
From Federation. Buong Philippines. 5,000 plus na.
Kala ko buong Tarlac City.
5,000
na yun.
Meron na tayong 5,000 plus. So, buong Philippines. Grabe, ang galing.
Iba naman ako, kunwari ngayong pandemya po, yung mga businesses po ba nyo, katulad yan, sabi nyo nga po, para kayong silito lapit, duot ng duot. Dahil nga tinamaan ng mga businesses. Kamusta naman po yung mga businesses po ng
Anong
TFCCCI?
epekto? Any effect on this?
Siyempre, nagpapagawa po kayo ng building, tinatamaan yung businesses, di ba?
Karamihan naman the businesses, they look after the employees. Karamihan.
Talaga?
Yeah. Kasi yung mga iba naman kasi, they can just close their business, tapos mag-quarantine sila, pero they don't do that. Kasi pag nagsara sila, kawawa employees nila.
Yes, number
Walang
one.
source of income.
Oo.
Kaya minsan maski kanila, delikado, maraming pumapasok. Tuloy business nila. Para yung mga employees nila,
tuloy ang kwan,
may
hanap
kwan, may
buhay.
source of income.
Yes.
Yun ang kwan nila eh.
Ito
Karamihan.
yung sinasabi, may pandemya man o wala, andyan kayo.
Yeah.
Tama?
Oo.
Mahirap ang buhay o hindi, magaan ang buhay, mahirap ang buhay, hindi kayo nawawala.
Oo.
Always there to help not only the economy but also your employees.
Dito rin mga iba, pack up and go. Kami iba.
Ano yun, hanggang, siyempre, sa pandemya, hindi naman po lahat nag-blossom ang businesses. Minsan break-even o minsan lugi.
Minsan lugi.
Pag nalulugi na po ba, iniisip niyo pa rin yung empleyado niyo?
Ang ganun yun.
Nandun na eh. May
Parang-
attachment
may
na
attachment
parang
talaga,
pamilya
oo.
na eh.
Oo.
Parang pamilya na.
Ano yung kultura po ba ng TFCCCII? Talaga?
Pero alam mo, Sir Hensel, palagay ko hindi lang din ang mga Chinese who take care of their employees, even Filipino businesses.
Opo.
Kasi meron yung attachment. Parang tayo dito sa City Hall, ang attachment natin, una nating iniisip, kapakanan ng ating kapwa kawani sa gobyerno. We always think about this, di ba? Even before we spend a single centavo, lagi nating iniisip, may savings ba tayo para sa CNA bonus ng mga empleyado natin?
Tama,
What
opo.
about the SRI? Kaya pa ba nating ibigay? When there is so much we need to buy, we need to procure because of the pandemic, it's always nangingibabaw. Kaya kahit paanong kultura mo, nangingibabaw pa rin yung pagmamahal mo sa kapwa mo.
And our employees are our greatest assets, employees natin.
Correct.
Yung asset natin sila eh.
Correct, correct. Oo, tama, tama.
You have started a sharing trend, Sir William, and we sure hope all the best for your organization. Sir William, any message to our viewers, Tarlaceños, Tarlac provinces, citizenry? Meron po ba kayong message?
Let's do our share and pray together so that we overcome this health crisis. And the number one solution is let's go get our vaccination jobs. That's the solution para ma-stop yung spread ng COVID-19.
Tama kayo, Sir William. Herd immunity,
Herd
is the
immunity.
immediate solution we can see at the moment, no, to combat this pandemic. Thank you for sharing us your time. You gave us a very inspiring message for everyone. Tayo pong mga taga Tarlac City, marami tayong hindi alam tungkol sa TFCCCI. Ngayon, maliwanag po sa atin kung ano ang tulong, services na naipagkakaloob nila sa atin. We are lucky to have you today, Sir William. Alam namin you're very busy, pero you gave us your time to be with us and share with us your thoughts. And now, speaking of lucky, alam ko itong pinakakaabangan na niyong lahat na kayo, ating mga televiewers. Kasi isa ito sa mga nagpapa-inspire din sa inyo na kahit paano, at the end of our talakayan, may inaabangan tayo. So we have 5 lucky viewers who will receive a special prize from us. Congratulations to the following winners.
Hanggang sa susunod na edisyon ng Tarlac City Talakayan with Mayor Cristy, ako po si Hensel Kilig.
At ako naman po, si Mayor Cristy Angeles. Stay safe, Tarlac City. Bawal po ang pasaway dahil mahalaga ang buhay. Patuloy po tayong magkaisa, bawat oras, sama-sama.